Who wants a piece of candy?
I do, don't you?
Hello, hello, hello. Your girl Candy Mo is back, and I am back with my very first paint pour. It was something I was watching on YouTube, and I saw it done there, and it was just, I was awed. So I had to try it. So I want you guys to check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and let's get started. So here I got my supplies together. I used the 18 by 24 canvas that I got from Walmart. It came in a 2-pack. It's under $15, very inexpensive. Then I got those plastic cups I also got from Walmart. So I'm setting up about 7 cups because that's how many colors I use for this pour. I use 7 colors, and it at the end I'll let you see how I use. So the paint I got was apple barrel paint that I got from Walmart. Most of the paints I either got from Walmart or Michael's. They're not real thick, but which actually made it probably easier to use for this pour. So that's white. And the first one I grabbed was purple. And I believe I used pink, green, gold. There's the purple. And I'm showing you how much I filled it up in the cup. Just really covered the bottom of it. There's the black that I use, and that black is a little bit more watery than the other colors. So after you mix everything together, if it's more watery, you won't need to add as much water. But I filled up just a little bit at the bottom. Now, there's the gold metallic that I use. You have to use a metallic. It just makes the painting pop. So I recommend either the gold or a silver metallic color. Makes the painting look so much better. Then I had red that I wanted to add, but it wasn't quite the color I wanted. So Maya mixed up darker red with the bright red to try to get the effect, the red color we were aiming for. So we mixed up the colors first. You may need to add more after, because once you add the additive in there, it may adjust the color a little bit. So if you want a richer color, you can add more paint. So Maya's stirring up the paint to get the right color. So we just continue adding our colors. We also used yellow, and I loved the way the yellow turned out. Loved, loved, loved. So this is the floetrol by Flood. That's the additive that you used. It's really hard to pour out of that gallon, so we poured it all in a cup, and we're going to pour out of that cup. But that floetrol, that gallon was about $13. I got it from Home Depot, so you can purchase it from Home Depot. And the ratio of floetrol to paint, you want to add about 2 times as much floetrol than you have paint. So if you fill the cup up with about 1/3 cup of paint, you want to fill the rest with about 2/3 cup of floetrol. So it's going to be pretty thick. So you want to start to add the water. So because I'm not very experienced with this, I didn't want to do the colors all in one single cup just in case they weren't the same consistency. So that's why I had individual cups with the color in it. And I added the water. And my initial test to see if it was enough, if the paint was so-called fluid enough, was to put it on the stick and blow. And I figured if I could get the paint to move on the stick by me blowing on it, it was the right consistency. But we'll see if that theory worked for me once I add the base coat. So that's the yellow. You see how thick it is without the water. So we decided that we were going to use yellow as the base coat, which means we were going to need way more than what we initially poured in the cup. So Maya's adding more yellow. And then we're going to add the floetrol and some more yellow, just so we get a good amount of yellow that we can cover up the canvas with. And remember, you want about 2 times as much floetrol than paint. Now, Maya's pouring the bottom coat, the base coat, onto the canvas. And she's going to get that yellow on there. And watch this, y'all. Look. That paint is barely moving. It is not flowing like I watched on YouTube University. It is not moving. Slow like molasses. So that means back to the drawing board because somebody did not add enough water. That somebody is me. So made up another batch, added more water to it. Now let's see what happens. Okay, look at that. Look at. You see it? You see the difference? You see it? You see it? So when you hear them say, oh, you have to make sure the consistency is fluid, that the paint is fluid. Layman's terms, it needs to be watery. Not thin like water, but it needs to be able to roll down that canvas. So if it's still kind of thick and it's not dripping off of whatever utensil you're using to mix it in, it may not be thin enough. But again, with painting, because things don't dry really, really fast, you can fix it. So I was able to fix it and add more water. So once I knew I needed to add more water to the yellow, I knew I needed to add more water to the rest of the colors. So it's going to take some learning, some practice, but it is so fun. We had a ball doing the painting. Maya's giving out on me. So now as I pour, you can see how liquidy it is. You can see the consistency of it. That's how you want it. You want it to flow like that. And then as she tilts, so she's tilting the paint, trying to get it all over the canvas. Make sure she's covering it with our base coat, the whole thing. So once she got it as close to the edge as she could, put it back on our little makeshift stands. That's me adding more paint. Again, look at how it comes out the cup. That's how you want it. That's how you want it, because you want to be able to not only tilt it, but also for it to move when you use the hair dryer. So we got the dryer on there to get all the corners covered and make sure that it's on there nice and even all the way around and going over the edge. And as you can see, it makes a mess. It does. It makes a big mess. Now I'm adding the other colors. So I put it in a swirl pattern. That's just a pattern I chose. You can put it on the canvas however you want it, but we wanted to try the swirl pattern. So we put in all of our colors one on top of the other. I tried to use like a bold color and then a more muted color and then a bold color, and made sure I got it on there pretty good. And that green is really popping, that green and red on top of that yellow. So if I was to do this again, those are the colors I would probably stick to. That green, red, white, my metallic gold, and that yellow. I would probably stick to 4 colors, no more than 5. So look, you guys, you can see the colors coming out, right? And then this happens. A big black goo. So, hey, remember I said you can fix it. You can fix it. So over that black, we just pour some more brighter colors. I believe it was the purple, green, and red. And a little bit of white. And we said we're going to try this again. To cover up some of that black. Spread it out with a dryer. And reveal some more of that color. Got some of that black off there. And gonna start tilting it. And you just watch. Okay, y'all. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Look at that. We did it. Me and Maya, we did that. We did that. Look at it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I was so proud. We did it. Look at it, y'all. So I left that corner open on purpose. That was how I wanted it. I wanted that yellow, a lot of that yellow to show. So I just added a little bit more to the edge. But after I finished and, I showed it to my family, my husband like, why you leave that spot open? So maybe next time I'll add it all over the canvas. But I'm like, I did that on purpose. It's my vision. But whatever. So Maya is showing off the finishing product and drinking. Look at it, y'all. So what I will tell you, it takes a while to dry. It took a while. So if you're going to do a couple of projects, do this one last. Because it took a while to dry. We waited about the next day, overnight. By the mid-afternoon, I want to say it was dry. So this is it, all finished. I also varnished it, and I'll let you know what varnish I use. I'll put a picture up of that too. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you. See you next time.